This is your boy KL Universe back in here with another Sunday night football simulator game of an actual NFL game going on today, Sunday. As you can see, we got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the New York Giants. Currently getting ready to kick it off and play, y'all. Make sure y'all share, like the stream, comment, all that good stuff. Let me know if you like to see your team play on here on one of the days that a real NFL game is playing, scheduled to play. So with all that being said, y'all, we get ready to kick this off. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share it out, all that good stuff. Kansas City Chiefs, New York Giants, currently playing in New York, actually at 8:20 p.m., y'all. So no commentary. Comment below how y'all like the video, y'all. Let's get to it. All right, y'all. You know we can't put it at the exact certain times, but let's get to it, y'all. That's the closest time we can get to real life. Let's get to it. Hope y'all enjoy.
That's a live look at us here at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, a fun one on tap for us between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants. Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. Here's Smith on the return. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them as he always does, a quarterback seeking his fourth consecutive Super Bowl appearance and a fourth Super Bowl title. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for second down. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
2nd and 10 now. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a pickup of 26. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
That's him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
At the 34-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Another throw from Mahomes. Right back to Worthy. And they're on him right near the catch point as he gets this to the 24-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage. at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Back to the air, Mahomes. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
2nd and 3 now. Again, Mahomes to throw. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. Well, we all knew who that final pass was going to go to. That entire drive really ran through him, and it continued all the way to 6.
Kind of became clear, right? After the second or third catch, somebody this defense overlooked in their game plan, and it took exactly one series to exploit it. Now, offensively, call it till they stop it.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Giants nothing.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Gunnar Olszewski now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And they're led out by one of only a handful of quarterbacks, Brock, to eclipse 200 career starts. You know, you covered him for a long time in Seattle. A 10-time Pro Bowl selection, Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense. Russell Wilson still knows very well to play this game.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
QB keeps the second down option. And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read, and it winds up losing them 3 yards.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Russ now from the gun. Has a man on target to Johnson. And he is down inside the 35-yard line.
A gain of 43 yards. That's good for a New York Giant. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
First down throw from Wilson. And there, it's Malik Neighbors. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
It's Tracy on second down. And he gets this forward to the 19. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
They're now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He'll step up, and there he goes. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
That's another Giants first down. 1st and goal at the 7.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Tracy. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. They move 2 yards closer. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 5.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
3rd and goal, Wilson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants finish off their opening drive. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now for the 2nd time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Pressure coming from Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Xavier Worthy. A gain of 29 yards. And a 1st down, Chiefs.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he will the Chiefs just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown.
I think there's certainly more where that run comes from. And with 3 quarters left, they're going to have a tough time. This defense is containing them. Want to know why they time those 40-yard dashes at the combine for plays like that? A home run hitter in his makeup, and he just delivered.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
14, Giants 7.
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Searches from the pocket. So they'll get to scheme about this 3rd down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of 1. The Chiefs in control so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man and Neighbors has it. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Giants can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. You're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. They bring the tight end in motion. Hunt trying things up the gut. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Brought in inside the 20. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
50 yards. First down, Chiefs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
On the draw, it's Pacheco. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
Stop short of the goal line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Pacheco takes this the wrong way. That's a loss all the way back to the 5.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Blitz coming, Mahomes. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 2nd quarter lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
Giants 14.
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Oshesky. Takes out a 1-stop, And this drive will start inside the 25. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. First call here coming from the shotgun. Ross off the play fake. Got a man downfield. This is Neighbors. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
They go right back to Tracy. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Wilson now from the gun. He lofts it deep left. It is caught at the 20. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Giants can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants tie this game at 21. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here's Nico Remigio. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He's got 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Chiefs with a lot of work to do to get into scoring range. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down throw, Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Throwing again, Mahomes. He finds Brown right side. And he stopped at the spot. He made the catch. So give him, looks like the 27 on that completion. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They have themselves another first and 10. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Second and 4. He brings it in. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Pacheco gets it. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And it's picked out by the Giants. The 50. 30. Gets the 10. And New York is making a house call. Touchdown. The Giants take the lead just before halftime. That was awesome. The return became a question of, does he have enough steam to make it back before someone runs him down?
That is the most sprinting we're going to see him do on a football field. Maybe his whole life. That distance, whole lot more than the few yards he's usually running towards quarterback in the pocket. But he had enough to reach that goal line. You're darn right he did. He could sense it, and he wanted it.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be second down. To the air, Mahomes. And he makes the catch with a tip drill touchdown. The Chiefs take the lead just before halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
Giants 21. Harrison
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Giants down Russell Wilson, headed back to the field now. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. First down, here's Russ. Caught in the comeback route. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And inches at the 36-yard line.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 36. Right back to Neighbors, and he's got it. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Timeout calls, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Russ now from the gun. He's running with it. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit stays at 7. So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios in the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and you know, we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scotch. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. New York to the line, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to the air. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 2nd and 10.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. And he does so well. Nick Bolton making a stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
The Giants ready to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. The Chiefs aren't headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. It gives it Pacheco to start the drive. This play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. A 1st down carry for Pacheco. One good for a gain of 4. It's 2nd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the 31. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
An 8-yard pickup and a first down, Chiefs.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs push their lead further to start the half. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14.
Giants 21.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Xavier Gibson now to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now here comes the New York offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Wilson. He'll try and run this. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They'll send him over right. Wilson throwing, 3rd and 1. Got a man, and Neighbors has it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Giants will have a first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Has a man on target to Johnson. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Working inside the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
This, our last play of the quarter. They'll go to the option on second down. And they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the final play of this third quarter. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Shotgun snap for Wilson. The Chiefs get to him, and he's dropped. And they come up big on third down there with the sack.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Running up the middle, Pacheco. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 23. Here's a screen sound for Pacheco. Pushing it up past the 30. Will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. One of the tight ends motioning left. Quick throw completed by Mahomes. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Second down now, 7 to go. from the 46. He's him on the quick hitter. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 14. First down, Chiefs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run now with Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Pacheco, ball carrier. Cordell Flott on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Xavier Worthy. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Travis Kelsey. An 8-yard pickup. And the first down, Chiefs.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. But a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They bring their tight end left. Here's Hunt up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Taken down
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
At the 20.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Fires right away, but incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He loses the football, and it's picked out by the Giants. Only a little bit of a run after he recovered the fumble, but their offense is going to be happy as they take over possession.
Hey, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field. But unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing 4th down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
The Giants offense all set to get started. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. He finds Neighbors right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat, throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
From the 29. He puts some air under it deep down the left. He's got it inside the 25. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants now within 1 score in the 4th.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. He could feel the swell of excitement. Whenever they take a deep shot, And it's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
Now Russ brings his Giants to the line to try for two.
The Giants will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try it on the ground. And he is hit well behind the line. It goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that two-point attempt.
Giants,
They were
27.
keyed on him from the start. There was no doubt who they were going to lean on for two.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's Smith on the return. Escapes a defender. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Guys, man, that's Brown again. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. So the defense gaining the clock a little bit. So they call a timeout just before our 2-minute warning. 2:04 to go.
Kansas City.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff for Pacheco. And he has 7 on that run as we're down to the 2-minute warning. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Chiefs up by 8. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes will hang on to it. And he can't escape, Rock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage.
Well, he didn't hand it off or throw it, but he probably should have picked one of those two options. They kept some help by the line, and they tracked him down for the loss.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw it. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 12. 1st down, Chiefs.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. This is the type of game everyone was
All
hoping
right,
they'd see
y'all.
when they entered this stadium.
Good
Brock,
game,
and
y'all. See
included.
what time
A
it
close
is.
one that
Kansas
went
City
all the
took
way
the
down to
lead
the
and
final whistle.
won
And Kate, this is one of the
35 to
adjustments
27,
the college
y'all.
player has to make to
Good
the
Sunday
NFL.
night game,
In
good
college, you get a
sportsmanship,
lot of
good game.
blowouts. The NFL,
Y'all already
every
know
game you get calloused
Patrick
because
Mahomes,
you know More
Hey
often than not,
man,
it'll be
he
like this, a
good at what
one-possession
he do,
game.
man.
It's not
That's
about how you
Kansas City,
start.
so
It's all about how
y'all
you
shouldn't have
finish.
really been surprised about that. But
Well, that'll
at
do
the
it for
same,
us. For Brock Huard
excuse me,
and
at the
our
same
Inside the
time,
Hard
that
Working
definitely
Crew.
was
I'm Kate
a
Scott.
great
This has been
game.
the
And then,
NFL on EA Sports.
yeah, as
It's a
y'all can
win for
see
the
that play
Chiefs
right
as we
there, they
say
kind of
so
brought
long from New York.
the Giants back up to par with the score, but he took it all the way back and he scored. So yeah, they kind of saved him right there. They lost the fumble, got the ball back, and he ran it back. So it's pretty good for the New York Giants, but it wasn't good enough to win. So y'all saw the highlights. Y'all see what's going on. That was Madden 2025, y'all. Yeah, I see the quarterbacks. They weren't too far behind each other, except in completions. Y'all see that is the final score. 35 Kansas City, New York 27. Hope y'all like the game. Make sure y'all subscribe, share it out, comment below which ones y'all like to see next, and we good from there. Catch y'all on the next one, y'all. Monday Night Football. We gone, y'all. Peace.